How's the side feel?
Getting better for sure. Definitely taking it a day at a time and, ready for this run.
Kareem, how long did it take you to really get into football shape after signing with
I mean, I really don't know. It just, you got to go out there and just play. And that's what it kind of was. It's hard to really say when or when it's done, but I think each week I'm going to keep, getting better and better and, feeling, great.
Does it help that injury when you're finding the end zone every week?
I mean, yeah, it does. It feels good being able to help contribute and, help the team win.
Kareem, with Ford being out, can you pick up the load? Do you think you're ready for more?
Oh yeah, I'm ready for any challenge, man, and that's what type of person I am and what type of player I am.
Does this just go to show you that, you just have to, you not only have to stay ready, but you have to try to stay, you know, positive and upbeat even when things aren't going your way?
Oh yeah, for sure. You definitely gotta stay positive and stay ready because any play your number can get called. You never know. I didn't expect Nick Chubb to get hurt, so it's just things that happen, especially at this position, running back and stuff like that. But it can happen to anybody.
What's it like to play a game that is that back and forth? So many big changes. It feels like the game hangs in the balance on every possession. What's it like mentally to play a game like that?
I mean, you just got to stay on top of it, man. You can never get too high, never get too low. You got to, always, go out there and do your job. And, every play matter, at that point because they're scoring quick and we're scoring quick and everything we do just, matters.
Kevin said that he had that fourth down play in his pocket all along. So how excited were you to know that was going to be your moment?
I mean, I was about ready to go in his pocket and get it, but I was excited when I heard the play call. I know the offensive line was very excited too, and we had to play powerhouse football and get it in.
You guys got to go to Seattle, which is like one of the toughest environments to play just because of the noise factor. Just how in tune do you guys have to be this week as far as dealing with those silent counts and making sure you guys are on point with the details of the operation?
We just got to communicate, do a great job of communicating with each other, and the signs, signals, or anything like that, we just got to, be detailed and stay on top of it and be on the same page.
Kareem, sorry if you've been asked this. Does this almost still seem a little surreal to you that this all worked out the way it did, and now you're back and in such a role as you're in again?
I mean, most definitely. I mean, it is. It's kind of crazy to think about it. Like I said, about midway through September, if you would have asked me, I probably wouldn't have said I wasn't coming back or something, or I didn't know. Think about that, but it happened. It happened for a reason. I guess God got a plan for us and this team.
Why do you think the team has been able to win despite uncertainty at quarterback?
We just been playing together as a team. Fighting for each other. The defense been doing a great job of holding up its end, and we got to come in and still put points on the board and just play together. That's what it would do.
What makes you confident in this running backs room that you guys can continue to bring that run game no matter how many of you guys end up going down?
Yeah, I mean, we got a good offensive line, good schemes, and I feel like we just do a good job of just next man up. Those guys know what it takes to be a great running back. Coach Stump is one of the best running back coaches in the league, and he knows how to get guys mentally ready to play. So, we got to stay on top of that.
This is, I think, your fifth different season with the Browns.
Yeah, this is my 5th year here.
And does this team seem unique? I mean, you were on the playoff team. What's the difference with this team?
I mean, I feel like we're definitely a closer team. I feel like as a whole, like we all play for each other. Not just like individually and stuff like that. And I feel like that's how it was, 2022. But talent-wise, I feel like we got the most talent since I've been here for the past 5 years. So we got a lot of good, players.
Handling the uncertainty of the quarterback position.
It's just next man up. I mean, I know Deshaun's fighting to, get ready to try to play or anything he can do to help us. And right now we just got to keep finding ways to win. It's not always going to be pretty. We just got to, fight and find a way to win.
Does
No
Deshaun
matter.
have like a message to you guys, as he's kind of fighting through this?
I mean, he's just, being there for his teammates, what a, quarterback should do and, trying to help us think of ways to help win and what we got to do. So, we need a teammate and a guy like that.
Can you tell it's hard on him, not knowing and not being out there when he wasn't out there?
I mean, I'm sure it's stressful on him for sure, but yeah, I'm not really sure.
Kareem, your attempts have gone up over the last couple of weeks. How has your comfortability level in this offense, just kind of as you've adjusted back to being with the guys, grown?
I'm very comfortable. Like I said, this is my 5th year here, so I pretty much know everybody and the coaches, the plays, and stuff like that. I just, I feel good to get back and, get used to getting banged around and stuff after, like, missing camp and off-season and stuff like that. You can't really, simulate those real reps, in training.
What's it like watching Myles Garrett? It seems like everyone all of a sudden has discovered him after the game he had against the Colts, but you've been his teammate for 5 years. What's it like, watching him and how he's able to dominate defensively?
It's fun. It's really fun being on the sideline, watching him. And whenever we need a big play, I'm on the sideline like, come on, Myles, we need you. It's that time. And he always pulls through and makes the big plays, man. He's been doing it for the past, 6, 7 years. So we know what type of player he is. Right. Thank you.
You guys watched the film. I mean, do you feel confident that whatever didn't go right in this particular pass game, that you guys can shore it up pretty quickly and get back to playing defensive ball?
Yeah, we have a lot to clean up. We had a lot of mistakes this past game that we need to clean up, but we have confidence that we're going to be able to get that done and go in a hostile environment on the road. We need to get that cleaned up ASAP. They have a great team over there, so we're trying to get prepared, starting with this Wednesday.
What do you see when you look at Geno Smith? What makes him
Yeah.
a good quarterback?
He's doing a good job of taking care of the ball so far. I think he has 4 interceptions, one fumble loss, something like that. So he's doing a good job of that part. He's a seasoned vet, like his 11th year, I think. So he's found a home in Seattle with a good offense. And, they're hot right now, so we'll go in there in a hostile environment, try to take care of business.
Grant, was there in that game that you got angry? Looked like it.
That I got angry?
Yeah.
I mean,
After the first 2 touchdowns, I'm talking the Colts touchdowns.
Yeah.
And then you seem to just pulverize guys.
yeah, I mean, of course you don't like to see the other team score, so I'm not happy.
Were you angry at the way you were playing or something? Or
The way I was
you
playing?
just picked it up or what?
What do you mean by that?
I'm thinking of the touchdown by Minshew. Play fake and then runs it.
Yeah, we was just all discombobulated that play. Guy was out of place, we was out of place, and he was able to do that. I got to make the tackle, but that's okay.
Thought I'd ask.
Yeah.
You've been around Myles for a while. Does he still surprise you?
Yeah, he's a freak, man. He's one of a kind, really. I think he's the best edge rusher in the game, and we're gonna see that throughout the whole season. Not too many guys jump over that was crazy, but he never fails to surprise me. So he's playing championship ball right now. So hopefully he keep it up.
There seemed to be some other discombobulation on that first TD. Denzel went inside, and it looked like Myles had jumped offside. Did you stop, or was that a communication breakdown, or what happened on that play?
We was playing the coverage, really. Y'all don't know what coverage it was. I'm not really gonna break it down to y'all.
No, I got you.
Yeah, but I was just playing the coverage, so gotta stay on point.
Largely due to Myles, but it was a big turnover day for the defense. Does that kind of justify all the yards? There's a winning defensive performance. Is that what's in the mindset of the defense after a game like that?
No, I wouldn't see it as a winning defensive performance. I think that we gave up too many plays, it was too many yards, and we got to be better. But we did take the ball away, and that helped our offense. So if you're playing like that, I guess, takeaway is going to help. But we need the takeaways, and we need to play our brand of football as well.
Grant, I know DK's questionable this week so far. Obviously, Ty Lockett's a good receiver. Jackson Smith-Njigba plays well. What's unique about what you expect to see from Seattle?
Well, the run game, first of all, is great. They had a good young running back in Walker, and they try to marry the run and the pass with a lot of play action, boots and stuff like that. So just looking at them the past couple of days, they're a solid offense, a solid group, and playing at home. Gino plays well, so we got our hands full, and I think that Schwartz gonna have a good plan for us.
With they have a good running back, right, in Walker. The Colts had some success. I guess what did you see against the Colts that you guys had to clean up from a run defense perspective?
Man, I think that tackling was okay, but it could be better. This guy, Kenneth Walker, I think he leads the league in missed tackle rate. So, that's something we had to clean up for sure. Gap integrity, man, staying in your gap. It just wasn't our brand of football, and I think that we see that. We'll clean it up and come out with some fire.
Did it surprise the defense, the RPOs that Minshew was pulling off?
No, we knew that was an RPO team, but they just executed it better than we did. So we got to clean it up, man, see what Seattle's strengths are and be ready for it.
After giving up 38 points, is this defense licking its chops to get back on the field and kind of resolve that?
Of course. I think any great defense would be. Can't have two in a row, We need to get back to our brand of football and what we do best. Attacking, man, and getting that ball and limiting offenses. That wasn't us. Well, it was us. We put it on tape, but we got to get better.
So when you guys play as well as you did against the 49ers, but not so well against the Colts. So what is the challenge for you guys to stack back games one after another like you played against them?
That's the challenge. You just said it. Just take a game like that and reverse it. You know what I mean? And we came out with the win. So I think Coach Tomlin said that I'm not gonna apologize for winning. I took that line from him. But we got to be better, and I think we see where we messed up at. Correct it and go into this. I've never been to Seattle. I heard it's a great city, great crowd. They say it's the hardest stadium to play in, one of the hardest. So I'm looking forward to the challenge.
What's the challenges of these West Coast trips where you're on the plane for 5 hours, to and from and stuff like that? And you mentioned the stadium and that crowd and things like that.
Yeah, I've never been to Seattle. I know it's a long flight. We're playing a lot of West Coast teams this year, so it's kind of some similarities in the team, maybe in the offense. But the flight, man, I know it's going to be killer. But, you wake up and play football. Yeah, a couple probably, yeah. I don't know. What, on the schedule?
Yeah.
I got to think about it, man. But
Cross a few off the list this year, right?
Yeah,
West Coast trips.
Yeah, LA is going to be good. We played LA Chargers. Yeah.
It's often said that, if you can find a way to win when you're not at your best, that's a sign you're a good team. How much, when you guys watched this tape from this weekend, how much did you feel like you really had to clean up, like there were schematic things wrong, or things that desperately needed addressing versus now we got that, it's we schemed that right, we just need to execute it better?
Yeah, well, our scheme we understand our scheme. So it's nothing that we don't understand, we just got to execute it better. And props to the plays they were running, maybe, and we were messing it up too. So it's nothing complicated on our part. We just got to do it better, like you said. So I think we got it figured out.
When it comes to the tackling, as you guys go through the weekend practice, is it more like a mental aspect, mental game versus I don't know. I guess you guys would go approach this week being focused on tackling.
Yeah, it's an attitude. Tackling is an attitude. I feel like football is a game of angles as well, and trusting your guys gonna be there. So if you think you got somebody, let's say you think you have somebody inside of you, you plan to your leverage on the outside. So stuff like that. But just clean it up. We'll be all right.
Good.
Thank you.
What was it like going against your old team?
It was fun. A lot of competitive spirits out there. But good to see a lot of guys that obviously created a lot of family with on that team. 4 years being there in that building with a lot of similar guys, especially defensively. So obviously didn't get a chance to go against those guys, but to see those guys, see those guys pregame and postgame was pretty dope.
How bad you want that last pick?
Yeah. If we could refrain from those questions. No, obviously play that I should have made. Would have ended the game. Would have been sweet to get that one. But Zadarius is able to get his first sack this year, strip sack this year. So we'll take that. I was being nice.
You were in protocol at the start of last week. Was the Indianapolis game? It seemed like was there no way you were not going to play?
I think it was no way I was not playing, and no matter who the opponent was. If I'm healthy, I want to go out there and play, help my team as much as I can. Obviously, I won't say that Indy didn't play a big factor in that. Obviously,
At that point?
no, I know I was playing.
We don't know what goes on in protocol.
Yeah, I know I was playing. No, yeah.
How is Jim Schwartz different when the defense comes off a performance like you guys had against Indy where you weren't where you wanted to be?
No, I think that's one of the best parts about him. He's the same guy every day. Whether you win and you play great defense, whether you lose, win and you play terribly like we did the other day, the message was still the same. We got to be the same guys, and we got to play with more effort. We got to play with that swag that we normally have, that passion, and just badassery. And we got to be better in that aspect. I don't think we were, all the way ourselves, and that happens. Obviously it's the NFL. You play against good teams. Just the way the ebb and flow of the season. That it happened that way, and it's easier to learn from a win than it is from a loss. So we'll take it.
When you guys went through that film, was there one specific thing, or that you guys looked at and felt like you got to fix, or was there a couple of things? Just what did you guys take away collectively after you watched that film? Considering the yards and the points that you allowed.
Yeah, just come back to fundamentals in detail, and everything that we do. I think that's when you play great defense, you do fundamentals well, and you detail oriented. We weren't that way this week, in a lot of aspects. I won't get into detail about each one, but I think we learned that. We learned that if we're not fundamentally sound, we don't execute, we can't get beat, and that's what happened.
There's been a couple of plays this year in games where a flag has been thrown, and it's like the defense pauses for a millisecond, and unfortunately it ends up hurting you. How do you guys fix that? I obviously you don't want to get penalized or whatever, but just those pauses, how do you make sure that those don't come back to be like a double mistake?
No doubt. The easiest way is, we don't tell our guys to, just be aggressive. Obviously, we have an attack front, so they're going to jump off sometimes, and we don't want that, but if it happens once or twice, it happens. Honestly, just keep going, and make them blow the play dead. But we also got to finish on the back end as well. We can't get lax, and like you said, it's easy to think, oh, the play's going to get blown dead, and it doesn't. And then obviously, like you said, that split second is when a big play happens. So we got to be better in all aspects of it. But it starts with just finishing it down.
How much different is the Seattle offense than what the Colts?
I think they're going to try to do the same thing. They have a great back, with Kenneth Walker. They give him the ball in various ways. Kind of got a little Le'Veon Bell to him, is what I saw on film. Very patient, very explosive, can make any cut, can catch the ball out the backfield as well. So we got our hands full with that. And then I think they're just going to, again, their thing is marry the run and the pass, and they're going to make they're going to try to make plays down the field with, explosive plays, just like the Colts did. So it's not really much, like I said, football is football. You want to run the ball, you want to stop the run, and you want to take shots when you get a chance, and I think they're going to do that. And at the end of the day, that's what the Colts did as well.
Anthony, Minshew executed a couple RPOs. Think back to Lamar. Is that an effective play against Schwartz's defense?
When we're not fundamentally sound, yeah, it is. But one of them, I got to get back out to the quarterback, trust that the DN is going to get there to the dive, and that takes away one of them. The other one, very similar aspect. The person who has a quarterback has to get out. Again, that's all. It goes back to fundamentals and details, and when you're not fundamentally locked in and detail-oriented, you get beat. And we got beat on those, a couple RPOs because we weren't, locked in.
Next week, playing a quarterback that kind of had a resurgence last year. Gino had a really good season. When you watch him on tape, what stands out to you about the way he plays? What's his best quality?
Yeah, I think he can make every throw. I think he can make the outside throws better than a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL. He can throw on the move. He can, use his legs very deceptively. Obviously, I'm biased. I've known Gino for a very long time, being from the same, area. Been watching him since he played Little League football. Obviously, he's older than me, but, always been a fan. So I think, I always thought he was a good quarterback, so I'm biased. That's a question that, resurgence, I don't think it was that. I think he got in the right system where it, benefits him. Got a run game that marries with the pass, and I think he's a good quarterback when you can put those two together.
Hey, look, you guys have already had your share of setbacks this season and shown some resiliency and resolve. What does that do for a team when you get wins like you have the last couple of weeks, despite being without your starting quarterback and some other guys?
Yeah, sometimes in this league you got to win ugly, and whatever it takes, you got to get it done. We're not going to make excuses because the other team isn't going to make excuses for us. So, we got to go out there and, like it's a band of us. It's especially being on the road this week, last week. We pack this team and we travel and take some of y'all, and we go in there trying to get a win, and whatever it takes to get it done, we believe in that.
Is there an art to winning ugly?
You have more points at the end of the day.
Hey, Kevin was saying on Monday that Deshaun is still a leader of this team.
No doubt.
And last year you were in a similar situation. You were injured and you had to show those leadership abilities. Excuse me. How difficult is that to do, though, when you're not contributing on the field to be that kind of a guy?
Yeah, it's tough. And he understands that, but he's a tough-minded person. I talked to him the last couple days just about his role, and he understands that. And we want him healthy, so he's fine. Trust me. He's a tough-minded guy. He's going to do everything to battle and get back as soon as possible. And when that is, we'll need him. Obviously, he's our franchise quarterback. We all believe in him in his locker room, defensively, offensively, special teams. We all believe in him, and he understands that.
Just having how you described Jim Schwartz, like staying even keeled, does that help you guys defensively too? Just kind of as you head into a week of like not overreacting or underreacting to whatever happened Sunday.
No doubt. I think as a defense, you never want to get too high or too low. As a football player overall, but definitely when you play defense, they're gonna. The beauty of playing at this elite level and playing professional football is you get a chance to go against some of the best players, and the other team has that. Our team has that. So players make plays in practice against us. Teams make plays against us in the game, and we got to be able to respond. And I think we've shown that. We've shown that resilience. Giving up the first touchdown last week against San Fran, then be able to battle back and really settle down and get situated. And then last week, I think it was even more. Just the. We get hit in the mouth, we come back, we make a couple plays, we get hit in the mouth again. Like, just the resilience of this team, of this defense is really shown.
We always hear, offense on the road, they have to deal with the impact of the crowd and stuff like that. And obviously Seattle's one of the more raucous environments in this league. Just for the defense playing on the road, does that affect you guys at all, or are they a little quieter because they're helping their offense operate?
I hope they're loud. No, I hope they're loud when their offense is on the field. Obviously, I don't think that would be the case. But again, we got to go out and execute our stuff. We can't worry about the other team. Obviously, we do. When we got to play their sets and everything like that. But we can't worry about the crowd noise. We can't worry about when our offense is on the field. I think Coach did a good job talking about that today. We got to worry about us when we're on the field and us fixing assignments on the sideline. We got to worry about that.
What's Deshaun's message been to you and the rest of the guys as he fights through this?
Yeah, I haven't even honestly let him talk. I told him that we have his back, and that's my message to him. That's the whole team's message to him. That's Kevin's message to him. The whole team has his back. This whole building has his back, and he understands that.
Is this the best you've seen Miles play since you've been around here?
Since I've been here?
Since you've been here.
That's a tough question. Miles is Miles, man. You can't really say that. Miles has always played well since I've been here. He's always been that dominant force that we need. I think, if you want to say the field goal block, kind of puts it over the top. It does, but he's always been that dominant force, and, obviously that's what you have in Miles, and he's a special player. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.